Hi, it's Deanna, and so I'm pleased to show you this. This just arrived in the mail, and so like I used to collect antique teddy bears about 18 years ago, and then my daughter was born, and well, she's 18 now, and she was born, and I stopped collecting, and I just restarted my hobby up now, and so I saw this little guy like about 10 days ago on eBay, and somebody had just listed it. Would I buy it now? And he didn't know very much about it. He said he got it from an estate sale in Texas and that it was a refurbished bear. And I was like, refurbished bear? And I thought he meant artist bear. But I really have a feeling that this guy is much older than, the guy thought. And I think he's really, really cool. So the seller sadly shipped it via the slow boat to China type of method. And I waited and waited and waited for him to arrive. Oh my goodness. I was like a hawk watching that tracking number every single day. And then I saw it today out for delivery. And I was like hovering around my front door by the mailbox all day long waiting for my faithful postal mailman to come by and drop this box off. So look how cool this is. So like I think he's old. I think he's from the 20s or 30s. He has glass eyes, very, very shaggy mohair. So let me zoom in on these glass eyes here. He has like a silk threaded nose. His head swivels. I mean, and he's got like a little hunchback over here. And so it looks like somebody took this guy and made an outfit for him out of like antique materials. So as you can see, it's like velvet with silk, like beautiful silk. And they put like sartouche braiding along it, like on the trim, on the hem. And they gave him a little, like, it's almost like mohair material. Like it's like a mohair vest with some kind of beautiful rhinestone buttons. As you can see here, it's like marcasite. And they added a pocket watch. Let me just flip it over to show you. So like they added this old pocket watch, and it has an M monogram on it. And it's by Hickok. And so like, let me flip it over and show you the marking. So this was by Hickok. And so it says Hickok plate, and it's some kind of pocket watch chain, as you can see. And then they have it running up to this little pocket they sewed for him. He has a little leather-bound poem book. It's just the cover, and it's made out of leather. And then he has a photograph of it's like an 1890s photograph of a lady attached to his little paw. And I'm like, I collect antique photos, so this was like the coup de grace for me. I love it. And then there's beads around his neck, like glass beads. They look like Czechoslovakian glass beads. And he's got a silk collar, really big, giant, puffy sleeves, almost like clown-like. And it's made out of silk and velvet. And then he's got the rhinestones again that match the buttons with a sartouche braid. And look how shaggy and thick his mohair is. And what makes me think that he is an old bear and not refurbished is his paw pads have like silk. So like, let me try to like show it to you. It's very hard. So his paw pads have silk panels on it. So if this isn't a manufactured bear of the time, somebody made this probably in the 1920s, because all the fabrics check out to be from the 20s or 30s, and then the little accessories, like the Hickok pocket watch, I looked it up, is from the 20s, and like the mid to late 20s, early, like 1930 time frame. This book, I looked it up, Snowbound, I think it's by Whittier. It was made in, I think, 1924. Now, the photograph could be some kind of memorial for someone who passed away. That's possibly what this is all about. This was probably a memorial bear for somebody who passed away. And what I think is really, really, really amazing is his bottom, the feet, where his feet are, the soles of his feet, are made out of wood. So it was like wood rods were placed up inside his legs to make it so he stands up. And that is just the coolest thing ever. Look at that. And so his legs are hard stuffed, and his arms, they actually, I feel like it feels like a wire is inside there, which is quite cool. And so they attached this old photograph to the paw, and look at this guy. He looks at least 1920s, 1930s. I've had antique bears from that time frame before, so I really do think he's an old bear. You could see the wear on his fabric. And another reason why I think this outfit is from the 20s is because of this mohair vest. When I was a little girl, my dad collected classic cars, and one of the cars he had was a 1928 Hupmobile, and the seats were made out of this same material, which was like a mohair fabric. And so this is like all coming back to the 1920s. And the bear has an old musty smell to him. He has like almost like that old smell, you know, like that mothballs and grandma smell. So I thought you guys would think he was neat. I am so happy with him. I'm glad he arrived. I'm glad he's here. And so if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And once again, thanks for watching wherever you are, anytime or place in the world. And if you know who made him, what manufacturer may have made him, if he's German, if he's English, please let me know. I'd love to know. Write it in the description. And again, like I said earlier, thank you for watching.